Hey guys, welcome back. And this is not going to be a super long video. It's just kind of wanted to shoot this video to talk about my thoughts on Superwoman being transferred to the CW network. There was a trailer released that showed her in with all the other characters, and I don't remember the other show. Is it Legends of Tomorrow? I think is what it's called. It has the dudes from Prison Break on there. So I don't know how that's going to work with them being in Prison Break and then doing this show. I'm not really sure. I guess they're just going to be doing double duty, or they'll record the other Prison Break before they do this and simultaneously. Not sure what they're going to do about that, but that's not really the point of this video. The point of this video is Superwoman being moved to the superhero network. And here's my thing about Superwoman. I'm not a fan. I didn't like it. Not because it's Superwoman, not just because it's a woman superhero. It just wasn't very entertaining. I seen the first 2 episodes, I gave it a chance. Wasn't intrigued at all. It didn't catch my attention. It didn't make me like it. It kind of was like some of the superhero shows that we've seen in the past that weren't very good. And I think that once you watch it a while, it got better. But it seems like they tried to rush the story at the beginning, and I don't think they should have. I think they should have waited. They definitely rushed things. I'm pretty sure that's what the problem was. Because I'm sitting there in my head trying to figure out, like, why don't I like this? And why didn't I like the Superwoman franchise? And then I thought back of what exactly happened on the show. And they do rush things. And if you've seen the first 2 episodes, this ain't going to spoil anything for you. Because I think at the beginning of the first episode, the sister reveals she's with some group. Or it might have been the second one. I think it was the first or second one. Because she gets in a fight with the one guy, and she barely wins, and she almost gets killed doing that. So she gets help from her sister and her group of people. And that kind of, I don't know, like that part kind of like, I don't know. And it kind of like they could have told that story a little better, and didn't have to have her face somebody like that in the very beginning. But I guess that made her stronger. Being able to, beat up somebody like that in the show. But yeah, not a huge fan of Superwoman, but she is being moved to the network that they'll dedicate time to promote her in the show like they should. And hopefully they'll fix it if anything was going to be fixed with the show. I don't think it needs to be darker. I think it could stay the way it is, kind of being a bright show, and I hope they continue to do the show. But when I saw Superwoman in prime time, that was the problem. Like, I'm like, this ain't going to work because they're trying to bring it to prime time. And you just need to put it on the networks that people know and are going to get people to watch that kind of a show, because you get people like Arrow, watching Arrow and Flash, who are going to get behind the Superwoman franchise, and they're going to keep it up and keep it going. So that's good. I think people need to realize that there's certain networks that are going to get you foot traffic. But prime time is not one of them, because you're not going to get somebody. I mean, it's going to probably be someone in prime time, but not on a major cable network. You're not going to get. You're not going to get a rabid fan base. I think most of your money is going to come in through probably DVD sales and merchandise and things like that. And as well as major networks don't want to wait around to find out if it's going to work or not. So kind of good that Superwoman was produced and created, and then CW kind of took it over. I don't know if they have any affiliate with the network that she was on. I think it was it NBC she was on, or CBS, one or two. I don't think it was ABC. I don't know. But it's interesting to see now that with the on-demand kind of devices that are happening now, and the streaming capabilities, that networks are willing to give up their show because they know it has a following, but not a huge following that they would like to have. So they just give up the show, or sell the show off to somebody to continue to do what they want to do. That's interesting. I mean, we've seen Netflix take over shows now that have still became successful and still successful. And the shows continue until they they really don't get any foot traffic, and then they finally kill off the show. And we've also seen shows that have done really good after being transferred to Netflix or another channel. So that's very, very interesting to see. But leave your comments down below. What do you think about the Superwoman franchise? You think it's going to be better for going to the CW network? I think it will be. I think it will last at least a couple more years. If it lasts past that, I don't know. I think if they start to interweave with the Flash and Arrow, I think it would be interesting. I don't think Superwoman ever did anything with Arrow, but I mean, I'm sure that's not going to stop them from doing something on the TV series. But as far as everything else goes, with Superwoman being on that network, I definitely think that it's in the right direction, a step in the right direction to helping that franchise stay alive. Not a huge fan of the series because of the way they started, but hopefully the show will get better as it goes on. But I kind of wonder if some of the characters may change in the show since they're off of a major network channel. So, that being said, keep rocking, and I'll see you guys later.